Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode from the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. My name is Glitch. Well, it is another gorgeous day here in the land of Everbloom, and I've been busy at work clearing space for today's projects. Now, one of the things I want to accomplish today is I want to take some of the goods that I'm getting from the raid farm and put them to good use here on the server. Now, that's probably going to take the form of a shop, but before I do that, I've got one other project I'd like to, well, expand upon here at home. Like I said a couple of episodes back, I built my storage system first so I would know where everything is as a building. But one of the things that I want to do with this season is I would really like to take this building and work on making my own custom woodland mansion. Now, another thing I want to do to start expanding things is I would like to take the wool shop that I set up in a cave back at spawn and move it out here and expand it so that I can have all 16 colors going at once and hopefully keep my wool shop a little better stocked. I'm constantly running out of a couple of colors, and well, it's kind of hard to spend time here and there. So I've been working on clearing out a lot of space, and to be honest, one problem I do have with working in a dark oak forest, these trees are just so jam packed together. So I kind of went a little harsh on how I cut things back because my thought was that I can kind of cut things back, give myself some room to work with, and then over time I'll just replant. And as the season progresses and as the build progresses, I can kind of customize where I want the trees. For now, though, I need to go ahead and close this in and get the wool farm all set up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a bunch of materials, get that set up, and then I'll be right back. There we go. That should get me a lot more wool a lot faster. I decided to go with my classic design for a modular wool farm. One, because it works, and two, because, well, it's got a relatively small footprint. Um, I've decided that I wanted to go ahead and take this part of what will be my woodland mansion and to make this kind of the industrial and farming area. So to that end, I started building a perimeter wall, and I wanted to keep the farm a little bit on the small side so that I can fit other farms in here as I think of things that are useful. Now, right now, I've got 16 sheep. Each one of them is dyed in one of the colors available in Minecraft. And I also went ahead and got enough shulkers together to have one in each color as well. Now, right now, I've got the wool feeding into these barrels. I'll eventually transfer it into its appropriate color. I thought about doing a automated storage system, but it seemed kind of silly because a lot of times with the wool farm, because I'm running a shop, it gets into the barrel, then goes straight into a shulker box, and then gets taken to the shopping district. So it just seemed to make more sense just to manually move it and just kind of cut out the extra step. Now, I've been trying to spend as much time as I can AFK to, well, build up stock for the shop. Being honest, that isn't always easy for me. But I mean, some good did come out of it. In fact, one evening I took a break from uh, the wool shop, from working on the wool farm, and getting stone together for the wall, and I went and to a mountain close to the raid farm, and truthfully, I just wanted to spend an evening digging around under a mountain, looking for some deep slate emerald ore, and I happened across another ancient city. And I wasn't really prepared for that. But I had a couple of stacks of wool and some backup armor in one of my shulker boxes in my ender chest. So I went ahead and did a little exploring. And the first chest I looked in had the ward template. As soon as I had that, I decided it was time to beat a hasty retreat. The last thing I wanted to do was to trip a shrieker and lose such a valuable piece of loot. But that being said, I'm happy with the way that the wolf farm came out because now while I work on my base, I can start generating um, stock for the shelves. And like I've learned to do with a lot of my farms. I also installed an on and off switch so that all I have to do is flick this lever. All of the redstone will be powered, which will actually turn the farm completely off. So whether I need to dye the sheep a different color to get a particular color in large quantities, or I just, have enough to keep things going for a while, I can easily just turn things on and off to do that. But now, since I have the drops coming in from the raid farm and the wool coming in from the wool farm, it's time to head over to the shopping district and start scouting around for a location for my shop. So, let's head out and I'll meet you there. Well, before I go to the shopping district, I do need to make a quick stop off at Spawn. You see, apparently one of the shops that is already existing is a drive-through. So had to stop by to pick up my trusty donkey box, and yeah, so let's go over and see what's available. And here we are in the shopping district, and while I have been here quite a bit and spent quite a few diamonds, it is always cool to come back and to see the new shops that are popping up with almost each visit. I mean, we have our giant trident, which was put together by Dan. I have to say that, yes, I've already got my trident because I don't know how, but somehow I want to get the creeper pattern again. And let's see what else we have. So we've got the giant frog for frog lights and a giant shulker to sell shulkers. Um, Now, I have to say, I have to give props to Dr. Jankovich. This is one of the coolest redstone contraptions I have ever seen. Okay, box, no wandering off. Actually, stay. But an amazing piece of redstone. I will leave a link in the description to where he talks about actually building the shop. But I mean, just you literally put your diamonds in, select your color, and get the boxes dispensed to you. It's really really cool, and it's really been interesting to kind of watch how this works. But and I will definitely be back as the season progresses, because that helps me avoid having to go over the void. But let's go ahead and see what else we have. Things long forgotten. So we've got different vases, and the relic, and different of the goat horns, the pottery sherds, and a bunch of the smithing templates. So that's really cool. I will have to come here and start experimenting with some of the pottery sherds because I want to kind of stretch myself with decorating and making things look a little nicer. Now, I have to say, Mr. Gold's Rocket Shop probably has gotten most of my diamonds thus far this season because I haven't built a mob farm yet, and yeah, I'm burning through rockets quite a bit, but I absolutely love the design on this thing. And then is this the drive-through? No, this is the bookshop. So it looks like Tax got her bookshop going with pretty much any book we could need, and definitely will be back here repeatedly. Now, I think over here is Welcome to the drive-through crematory yum and bakery? Box, don't worry. No donkeys are going to be harmed in the making of this clip. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this works. So we'll come down here, and there's the book. Welcome to the drive-through crematorium and bakery, the best place in town for empathetic self-service. Simply load your loved ones into the minecart, say your final goodbyes, and pay your diamond, and the ashes will be ready in a few moments. Wait for the music to stop. We can cremate anything. I think I'm going to come out here. Leave box out here. Sleep. And, box buddy, I think I'm going to do this as a walkthrough. All right, so I've heard that you need to bring a valuable item to this, so I have brought the first wooden pickaxe that I made here in Everbloom. So, all right, so pay my diamond. That's ominous. Place your loved ones in here. Press the button and say goodbye. Well, pickaxe, you're a faithful friend. Thanks for not breaking. No. Please remember to collect your ashes before you go. So, I get some gunpowder and a couple of cookies from my long lost departed. Oh, that's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, I think I'm going to explore the rest of the shopping district on foot because, well, whatever this is behind me, it doesn't look donkey friendly. Welcome to Beast's Blaze Rods Dance Shop. Okay, so here we go. Go in. Whoa! I am really. Ow! Oh, I'm really, really glad that I have Feather Falling 4 because this is a painful shopping experience. Uh-oh. So, just to make sure I don't accidentally start a raid here in the shopping district, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. A quick flight up to build limit should honestly get rid of those pillagers. And see if I can do this. Ugh. Hopefully it's not considered cheating, but, just wanted to keep the peace. Okay, what do you do? So you just jump off? Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Blaze rod. 2 stacks for 3 diamonds. I can actually use a stack of those. And I'm out of stuff, so let's go ahead and quick. Two stacks for 3 diamonds. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 stacks, 2 stacks, 3 diamonds. Deal. All right, now, how does one get a... Excuse the dust, we're renovating the beast. Oh boy. All right, so how does one get out of here? You know what? That worked. Oh, that was almost painful. So it looks like there are a couple other shops in the shopping district, but it also looks like they're still being worked on. So, in order to avoid spoiling someone else's work, I'm going to leave those go for now and check in on them later. For now, though, I'm going to grab some materials and it's time to set up both the wool shop and somewhere to sell the goods from the raid farm. So, I'm going to grab some stuff and let's get this building project started. Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Well, before I show off the inside of the shop and kind of let you see how it came out overall, I do have to kind of redo the tour or update the tour, or, well, there's some more touring to do because even in the short time that I was working on the build, yeah, a bunch of other shops have popped up. So, real quick, let's see what else has popped up here in the shopping district. So I think what I'm going to do is start out by starting over by the Shulker shop and Shulker store and kind of working my way back through the shopping district. So right now, it looks like Things Long Forgotten has been removed and replaced by the Wandering Druid, which I gotta say, this is a great looking shop. Very, very green. And first time I think I've ever seen anyone use the mangrove roots like that. But coming in, it is in some ways the same stuff as before, with all the different like templates and the pottery sherds. However, now they're also carrying some other materials that would be rather useful as well. And then looks like there's a poor little bee. Are you stuck? Oh, don't sting me. Ooh, that almost ended badly. And that time's doing okay. And it looks like we also have another shop coming in. What do we have up here? We have we have a little pop-up shop that's come in from Shay's Place, our newest member, and looks like it's going to be just a pop-up shop for copper. And I am curious what is up there, but I don't know if that's a spoiler just yet. So I'm gonna not go up there. But moving back down the rest of the shopping district, it looks like Victor Moore has added in the Palace of Wales with all kinds of different loot from the sea, and also different wood types. But wow, this is just that poor llama. Whale, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely going to get a lot of business, or at least on my end, because I do love my sea lanterns. But the build here is just great. I love how he uses the quartz and just I absolutely love his build style. Now moving over here, we also have we're running the data pack from Vanilla Tweaks that lets us have the player heads and also mini blocks. And Jan has started a exchange for the different mini blocks and heads. I actually donated some to that because we did do a just a bit of a Christmas tree over on the other side of the mountain there, and it was just fun to add in the add those in as ornaments. Now, when it came to setting up a shop for the raid farm, I kind of, well, the holidays have been and gone by the time this video is released. I needed time to both get the wool shop in place, and also I needed to get the raid shop in place. So I kind of went a little bit on the simple side with the raid farm by going with more of a pixel art style. I did have to add a little bit of redstone flair because, we have all the drops, and I have also have taken on a business partner who's helping me to keep the shop stocked. But I figured I wanted to give a little bit of flair to it. So whenever someone comes to get a totem, they'll put their payments here, and then they open up the chest and get a little bit of a celebratory flair when they close it. And oh, hello, I missed this. Ooh, something tells me that somebody is now offering beacons. Which, oh boy, yeah, that's gonna. How do you get in there? Oh, here it is. Ooh. 3 skulls. Ooh, you can buy skulls and beacon. Ooh. Every season I go through this. Do I buy a beacon? Do I get some skulls? Buy a beacon, get some skulls. I'll decide later. And, uh-oh, looks like we are running into a lack of daylight here, so I think I got a bet on me. I'm going to go ahead and grab some sleep. And here we are, fresh in the morning. And last up, let's go ahead and quick check out the wool shop. Now, I kind of struggled with designing this because, well, to be perfectly honest, my first thought was I wanted to, well, I mean, the wool shop basically is here to bring some color to the server. But, it seemed a little weird to try and do flying carpet like I did last time. So I thought, well, why not try to contrast it? So I made my build on the outside extremely drab. I mean, it's straight up just a black and white building. But once we go inside, you come into Kaleidoscope Woolens, where we bring color, adding color to this world, one shearing at a time. And we come in, and I went in and had used banners to just make a somewhat of a kaleidoscopic color display. And this may be a little bit underwhelming, but I started breeding Jeb sheep. And I ran into one small challenge in one, the cooldown for how long it takes sheep to be able to breed again, and two, I ran out of name tags. But that's nothing more than some dedicated grind work for both emeralds, name tags, and wheat to basically keep these guys going so that under the floor we have a kaleidoscope walking around. And then up top, I just decided I've always wanted to find something to use Skulk for because it just that pulsating star-like pattern just looks so cool. I mean, I love how it just kind of shifts and the shade shifts and shapes. It's just great. But anyways, people can come in, they can grab their wool, they drop off their diamonds. But, though it may look really, really plain on the outside, like I said, the goal here is to add a little more color to this world, one shearing at a time. Now that my shops are in place, it's time to start focusing on a few projects that are, well, a bit closer to home. You see, I am getting kind of tired of living out of a safety box in the corner of my storage system. Now, before I dive into the project of trying to build a custom woodland mansion, there's part of me that wants to do a little bit of homework on the subject. You see, I am aware that somewhere in this world there is a real woodland mansion, and though it's going to have some less than friendly occupants, there's part of me that wants to go and check it out and learn more about architecture, design, and hopefully get some decent loot out of the deal. So next time, I'm gonna hit the road one more time and hopefully do a little bit of real estate research. But for today, I'm all out of time. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next episode on the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. Thanks for watching.